Welcome to the Ask Dr. Weir Show in episode number 3. We're going to be talking about why so many of us are walking around with a hunch in our backs and why that's causing pain in your neck. Hey, welcome back to the Ask Dr. Weir Show, episode number 3. It's good to have you back. So again, I want to reiterate, the Ask Dr. Weir Show is really something that I came up with because I kept getting a lot of the same questions from my patients on a day-to-day basis. And I'd answer these questions, and I love answering these questions because I really think that if we have a better understanding of how to be healthy, obviously it's going to be easier to stay healthy. The problem is that we are inundated with so much information, and sometimes it's the wrong information. We don't know where to go with this stuff. So my patients come to me and they ask me these questions. God, I've been reading on the internet and about all these different things, and I really don't know where to end up. And so they ask me, what do you think about this? What should I do? So what I've done is I've compiled all these questions, and I want to answer them for you. I want to bring to you questions you probably have. I know you do because I have so many of my patients, the vast majority of my patients, ask me a lot of these same exact questions. So we're going to answer them. So today's question comes from Anna. Anna asked me, I've noticed my neck hurts when I use my cell phone. Why does this happen, and what do I do about it? So thank you, Anna, for your question. So the cell phone. Really, what the problem is that, since the advent of the smartphone, really, this has become an extension of our hand, and it's amazing how much of a part of us this has become. Shoot, I'm the guiltiest of these parties. I feel naked. I feel like my arm is missing when I don't have my cell phone with me. So, what happens is that what we've done, if we've taken things that we used to do on the computer or we'd watch the TV, and now, boop, we're looking down all the time. Get on the bus, look around, just walk outside and look around. You'll see people doing this. Go to a waiting room. This is the best one. No one looks at each other. You got to look right down at your cell phone. But it's this extended time looking down that has really wreaked havoc on the structures of the neck. So what we're meant to be, let me kind of show you from the side, a good upright, tall posture with a curve here in the neck. When we look down, whoop, we lose that curve of the neck. Now, it's okay to look down. Let me make sure that's clear. It's okay to look down. The problem comes is when we're playing Angry Birds, when we're playing Pokemon Go, when we're texting for extended amounts of time. So they actually did some studies on this. What does that mean, extended amount of time? So they looked at how long it took for the neck to start to mold into some of these dangerous postures and positions. And what they found, this actually blew me away when I read this 7 years ago. What they found was when we look down for 20 minutes, 20 minutes, the neck starts to mold in a process we call plasticity to stay stuck in this downward posture. So it hyperloads the joints of the neck, it hyperloads the upper cervical complex, and everything becomes tight, rigid, and molded into this downward position. But we don't go around looking at the ground. At least, hopefully you don't. What we do is, when we're stuck in this position, we still have to get our eyes level with the horizon. So we're looking down, and then everything comes forward. What does that look like from the side? Well, we should be upright. We look down at our phones. We stay stuck there, and the neck hyperloads up. So we get a contraction and a spasm of the suboccipital muscles. We get a hyperloading of the trapezius muscles and the lower cervical spine. This can lead to headaches. This can lead to neck pain. Go around. Just feel the muscles in the shoulders. They shouldn't be painful, guys. I tell this to my patients all the time. And they look at me like, yeah, right. Those muscles are supposed to be sore. That's just normal. No, that's not normal. It's totally abnormal. These muscles shouldn't be painful. They should feel comfortable. It should feel just like gentle pressure if you poke on them. And if it hurts, something's wrong. And you need to get that checked. So this epidemic I talked about in the intro, from a very early age, even like 4 years old, kids have cell phones now. They're looking down at this. They're watching toy review videos and they're playing games and stuff like this. So from this very early age, we've started to put into motion some of these really terrible, dysfunctional postures into our kids. And I believe that that's where the epidemic portion is going to come in, is we have all of these kids who have never been introduced to these sorts of stressors. And we start them at an early age, and it goes really through the rest of their lives. And we're going to have an onslaught. It's already really quite epidemic in nature already, but of headaches, tension headaches, and migraine headaches. We're going to have an onslaught of neck pain, mid-back pain, shoulder pain, of kids 8, 9, 10 years old. I'm already starting to see this within my practice, how really terrible this is, because these kids aren't supposed to be in pain. If a kid is in pain, there's something wrong there, and that has to be fixed. So the beauty of this is that we can fix it. So here's the fix. Number one, it's ergonomics. We have to address ergonomics. I'm going to go as far as to say that if you have kids that have cell phones, if you see them not doing these ergonomic fixes, take their phones away. They're going to pay for it. When they get into college, they're going to have massive problems. If this follows them into their late 20s and 30s, I can almost guarantee they're going to have degenerative disc disease, disc herniations, nerve impingements. This is not anything to mess with. This isn't something to laugh at. This is a big deal. So here's the fix. As we're looking down, what we have to do is simply bring the phone up. Looks goofy as heck. Please don't walk and text while you're doing this, because you can't see in front of you. But what it does is, let me show you here from the side. It takes us from this poor posture looking down and brings us up to more of a neutral posture of the neck. Now, the other thing is, this is hard to do for long periods of time. Yeah, absolutely. We shouldn't be doing these things for these extended amounts of time. Again, that number, 20 minutes. This isn't long. We need to be taking more breaks. We need to rest and relax the arms. We need to hold better postures while we're using our cell phones. Because if we don't, the implications are pretty bad. So like Anna said, why do I have a pain in my neck? Well, it's because your ergonomics, you're over hyperloading the structures of the neck that cause you pain. How do I fix it? Well, we have to bring the phone further up in front of us. We have to take and unload the structures of the upper neck to relax them, to let them go. And then we need to do that consistently as we go on. So make those changes. Make those changes in your kids. Show them this video. Walk them through the changes you need to make. I'm not kidding, guys. This is going to become epidemic if we don't make change. This is already a massive part of our healthcare expenditure in our culture today. Musculoskeletal pain, low back pain, headaches, neck pain. If we don't make a change, it's going to quadruple, in my opinion, in the next 5 years of that spending. We're already in such a mess as it is. We can't afford some of these problems. So make those changes. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. If you have any questions for the Ask Dr. Weir Show, make sure you put them in the comments below, and I'll get them answered.